that all depends on if a new contract can be signed, because he's got 1 year left on his deal. What we do know is that Real Madrid do not want to let him go for free at the end of the season, which makes sense because you're talking about a £100 million player, maybe even more. Some reports out there saying that Vinícius Jr is rated at around £200 million. The only thing with that is he's got that year left on his deal, so obviously a deal you think would be able to be brought down lower than that. But like I said, they are in talks at the moment, Real Madrid and Vinícius Jr, but they're not just recent talks. These talks have been ongoing for a while. We know big clubs like Real Madrid, they don't like to do deals this close to the line. When you've got a superstar like that at 100 million. What does it mean for Arsenal, though? It means that Arsenal are really, really interested in bringing Vinícius Jr to the Premier League if a deal can be done. Mikel Arteta and Berta, huge fans of Vinícius Jr, and because he's got that year left, it does mean that there is a possibility on the table where it could be done. At the moment, though, we think Vinícius, his preference would be to stay at Real Madrid. But if a deal can't be agreed, then Arsenal will try and get the player. However, we're talking about someone who's going to command a wage of about £450,000 to £500,000 a week. Now, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, they're Arsenal's most paid players at the moment. This would blow that out the water. But you're talking about, like I said, a Galactico, a real global star, and someone who Mikel Arteta is viewing as someone who can play in that left-wing position, because we know they missed out on Morgan Rogers. He was their #1 target. He's gone to Chelsea for over 100 million. Might this be the new realistic proposition for Arsenal? It's going to be an interesting week following this one, I think.
From Leonardo Trossard to Vinícius Jr. I mean, yeah.
It's big, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, remarkable one, talented one. I mean, I don't know what you call him, but what about the special one? Because he's at the heart of this as well. So how does Jose Mourinho fit into all this?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because primarily these two players play in the same position on the left wing. But Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, I think, can be argued, haven't won the Champions League for a while. La Liga performances have been bad.
So, good age, year left on his contract. I mean, he's in a great shape, just had his chin done. I mean, he maybe needs to sign on fee to pay for his chin surgery. Got the full lot. What's he got? He's got the lot.
He's also, Arsenal are in for him. It's the first really big post-World Cup, certainly British transfer story. You know, talking about 80 million, something like that for him.
Well, I mean, that's how crazy the market's got. You know, I get asked a lot about the market, the buying and selling market in football, and you think he's got a year. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's an incredibly talented player. We all know all that, so I've just said about his CV, but he's got a year left on his contract, and yet someone's likely to pay like 100 million or 80 million. You think it's crazy, you know. When this all started, you know, with the Bosman ruling now, people were suggesting that last year people wouldn't touch it, or they'd pay a minimal fee, you know, like 5 million or something. It's like a tick over. Maybe not so much in the summer, but certainly by the window in January. Yeah. Now they're paying like mad money, you know, because you think a year, it's almost like, well, do you just wait a year, see it through? Do a deal with the agent to see it through as well. The player agrees sort of pre-contract at Christmas, but it just doesn't happen now. They just go, now we're just cracking on, spend another 100 million. They'll get it back in shirt sales, they'll get it back in sales in general. Performance on the pitch, of course, is key. As a business, they're all doing it, and he's very likely, unless he maybe just, you know, softly, gently, respectfully, or trying to be respectful, working the angles a little bit for a new contract. You know what I mean? It might be one of them. It might be one of them. That often happens.
I mean, Arsenal would have made a lot of money last year. They were champions in England.
But they want to keep the foot on the gas, don't they? If you're Arteta, you know, he got there in the end.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of question marks over how they got there. Not from me, I must make it clear. For they did brilliantly.
I did.
Yeah, but a lot of
like the old Arsenal show, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Back to the real Arsenal, I call it. But no, you know, so there was a few question marks about their style. Maybe they're going, right, look, who can we add? Yeah. Put pressure on the players we've got. Add to the players we've got and keep the foot on the gas. You know what I mean? Now they've won a title, can we keep our foot on the gas and go and win it again? Yeah. Because obviously there is one thing they've got. I know we're just swerving off piste a little bit, but the one thing Arsenal have got in the marketplace now, they've got a manager who's been there a long time. They've got a team now who've done it. Yeah. All the others, don't forget, changing managers, changing, you know, maybe style, strategies, you know, and all that sort of stuff. You know, environments, cultures with these new changes. Iriola, going in at Liverpool, and Maresca going at
said properly. Well done.
Well, God, I've been practicing. I can't get it wrong all the time. I call him Iriola. It's Iriola. Big fan of his actually and what he's done. Yeah. You get what I mean? There's a lot of change up there. Chelsea changing again, of course, as well. Yeah. Tottenham changing as well. Yeah. So you only got, you know, if you're Arsenal, I must say, like I say, blending this into Vinícius Júnior, I'd be saying, look, we got to get our foot right on the throat now.
Yeah.
Get our foot on the gas, press as hard as we can, because these others all might take a bit of time to settle a new manager and get them sort of working like,
Their philosophy,
Yeah, and get them working machine-like.
Yeah.
So if I was Arteta, I'd be saying, look, let's go for this. Let's go hit hard now.
Yeah.
Hit hard now and make a marker. Line in the sand. We're Arsenal. We've won the title. We're going to win it again.
And what about him, Sean? Do you think he's suited for... He's left winger, isn't he? Is he suited for Arsenal? Premier League?
Good players you always imagine are suited to different environments.
Yeah.
I mean, I always think the shocker, and don't get me wrong, these are top players, and I'm not saying I work with the absolute elite players, some very good ones. I'm not saying I work with the absolute elite. Can they change? Because that is another thing. Don't forget, you come in from an environment where you're playing at Real and Real Madrid. You're a massive club, you're massive players, and only a handful of games really challenge you.
Yeah.
They really test you, and especially physically, because you're going to have the ball for so long.
Yeah.
When you go in the Premier League, don't forget, a lot of these guys go, "Wow, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
Topsy-turvy, ding-dongs, ball going everywhere. No teams give up. No one just give up the ghost. Teams have just been promoted, fighting for their life. Teams that are in there fighting for their life to stay in there.
Yeah.
And then the top teams are fighting to win it.
Yes.
So sometimes it catches them players out. Even the elite players, it catches them out for a bit. But he is a top player without a shadow of a doubt. There's no question of that.
I always remember the Greek owners of Forest being really shocked that Forest played a game once and the other team had nothing to play for but wanted to stop Forest doing something. I was going, that's definitely what happens in Britain.
Why are they trying to stop us from winning? You go, that's what it's like playing in the Premier League. Everyone wants to win, full stop. No gimmies in the Premier League. I always say that, no gimmies.
Well, credit to Arsenal, like I say, that keeping their foot on the throttle as short.
Well, it seems so. Anyway, they're making the right noises.
Yeah. And the other one is obviously there's news up in Newcastle. Newcastle boss Eddie Howe has been speaking to the media following a 1-1 draw with Gateshead in pre-season. He was asked whether Bruno Guimaraes, how would you say Guimaraes?
Yeah, Guimaraes.
Will leave the club. We're trying with it. I'm Welsh, you've got to get the pronunciation.
He's doing brilliant, mate.
Guimaraes will leave the club this summer.
Yeah, I've spoken to him as I would do Bruno normally. He's just a fantastic person. We've had some really good conversations, both sort of before the World Cup, during the World Cup, and after the World Cup. So what we speak about obviously has to remain private, but just a great player, a great person. I don't know what's going to happen with Bruno's future. That's for other people to, speculate about, but also conversations that I'm not part of.
Interesting. I mean, he's a mate of yours. Sean, you know him. Eddie done a fantastic job up in Newcastle. There was slight rumblings last year, I felt, after either won their first major trophy in a generation. But he's finding it difficult to keep players up there. What's happening, do you think?
Well, I think they had a lot of questions over PSR, didn't they?
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years. So there will be some of that. I don't know their financial situation. There will be some of that. And sometimes, even the elite clubs have a trading model. I mean, Man City, if you think they're one of the rare ones who spend a lot, and if you